Hi, everyone, and welcome. It's Tuesday and June the 9th, and as we expected, it's been a hot one in the neighborhood. It's felt like 95 or a little bit above when you factored in a little humidity with all of the real heat. Temperatures will back off just a bit tomorrow, but we're still looking at a cold front that gives us some strong to possibly severe weather for your Wednesday. But after that, we clear out quite nicely for a long run. It's some really mild conditions. I have your forecast for you in just a few moments. We'll have, of course, an update from our governor, an update on McGoffin County COVID-19 numbers, some other pandemic-related news, some election-related news as well. 1 week from today is the deadline to file, to request, or apply for an absentee vote or ballot, which is how most everyone is going to vote if you're going to vote, and you're going to vote, right? I'll run through that schedule with you real quickly. Several drownings across Kentucky. The McGoffin County Rescue Squad assisting in the recovery, sadly, of a neighboring county man's body. I'll have that for you in just a few moments, and a few other things to discuss. Before we go into anything else, I mentioned last evening that I was awaiting some details on a significant discovery in the viewing area. Those details didn't come before airtime, and I only have a few to add this evening, but I can confirm through Johnson County Coroner J.R. Frisbee, as he spoke to one of our editors at the Big Sandy News just a few moments ago and confirmed that a human skull has been found in Johnson County. As I understand, Sunday afternoon, some residents in the White House area in Johnson County returned home to find that either their dog or a dog, I'm uncertain as to which, had carried a human skull, as it's been confirmed, onto their property. Now, they contacted authorities. The Johnson County Sheriff's Department, Doug Saylor, and his deputies have been investigating. We may have a statement from the sheriff before I leave you tonight, maybe even on tomorrow's program, possibly at the latest, in regards to the investigation and what he can tell us. I do know that they were hopeful as to possibly making an identification early on in the investigation. I do not know if that's still the case at this hour, but I can tell you that per statements from the coroner's office, again to our office in Louisa at the Big Sandy News, that the skull has been sent to the state medical examiner's office for an autopsy. We also have reason to believe that that is the only bone or body part which has been discovered. We know that the Sheriff's Department did conduct a rather very thorough investigation of the area using dogs and manpower for quite some time, and for quite some time since the initial search, which began on Sunday afternoon. But so far, that's the only discovery that we are aware of that they have made, and that's all the information that I have for you at this hour. Possibly an update before I leave you tonight, definitely one on tomorrow's program. Well, I'm so proud. I'm so proud of all the people who donated. The Kentucky Blood Center was so thankful to about 18 people. We set a record here in McGoffin County. You set a record in McGoffin County for donating blood during their last blood drive more than a month ago with 18 pints. And then, as you may have seen in the Sayersville Independent, I hope, another record. I mean, an astounding record. It was either 30 or 31 pints that were donated during their last drive here in McGoffin County at the Sayersville First Baptist Church. Well, in lieu of that, they literally sent out thank yous, I think, to everyone who participated and made that a record-setting event. But today, in its entirety, the Blood Center is issuing a plea because they are now again in a critical need for blood. A lot of procedures, of course, have been put on hold. Hospitals, medical facilities, because of the pandemic, a lot of those starting to come online. They usually have a 3-day supply at all times. They are below a 1-day supply at this time. They are seeing about half of the donations come in per the pandemic as they normally do. A lot of drives have had to be canceled. They are trying their best to reach everyone. You can donate at the blood centers by appointment, and then, of course, we'll be announcing their next blood drive here in McGoffin County. But just to let you know, donate if you can. Well, everything has been canceled, and we're still seeing festivals, the Apple Festival, the Sorghum Festival. We're probably going to have an announcement in regards to Community Day, I suspect early next week, in regards to whether or not it's going to be canceled. I'm just assuming that this time that it will be, but that is to be a formal announcement that has not been made. The decision hasn't been made, and I will have that for you first next week. But a little good news for the 4th of July. You could have fireworks and social distance, and I spoke with Sayersville Mayor Pete Shepard earlier today, who gave me the current pandemic numbers that I'll have for you in just a few moments, and he says, yes, the Fireworks are a definite go here and above Sagersville on the 4th of July. We'll talk about that as it gets closer, and it's not that far away. The fireworks display in Sagersville is going to be a definite go. Also, the Prestonsburg Show, which is always on the 4th. Sagersville on the weekend before or after the 4th. But both shows, for that matter, have been set and finalized and will be happening. And we're glad to hear at least something that's not been canceled. A series of drownings that I referred to last night, and we've got an update on some of those. In Laurel Lake, search crews again today looking for a missing Perry County man who was last seen after they were letting water out of the dam, and he got swept away. A 22-year-old identified as Tyler Russell, missing since Saturday at 4 o'clock. The spillway was open to, of course, adjust the water levels, and he was swept away while swimming. The two international students from China, students at Ohio, both 23-year-old men, their bodies were recovered yesterday afternoon around 2:15 after being missing since Friday. They were swimming either near or under a houseboat when they went under. And then, of course, now the latest drowning report comes from very close to home. The closest to us involves a Breathitt County man. Actually, the McGoffin County Rescue Squad is assisting at this very hour in the search for his body, which is now in its second day. I confirmed a moment ago with Captain Carter Conley that the McGoffin County Rescue Squad did send a team of 5 personnel and 2 units to Wolfe County to the lake near Campton, where they are looking for the body, as it has been deemed a recovery mission of this young Breathitt County man. This is James D. Lovelace of Breathitt County. He just graduated from Breathitt County High School last year. He and some friends were at Wolfe County Lake just off the Mountain Parkway when he was using a noodle and jumped into the water off of an elevation of some 30 feet off of what is commonly referred to as the Big Rock. Friends and folks with him say that he hit the water and then surfaced and appeared to be struggling, but that initially his friends and those swimming with him and enjoying the day thought that he was kidding. And seconds later, he sank again, and he did not resurface. This again has been deemed a recovery mission. As of today, the Wolfe County Search and Rescue Team was continuing their search. The rescue squad from McGoffin County taking an underwater camera. Many other departments also on scene as this search continues for the young Breathitt County man. I'll be right back.
I'm Hal Rogers, and I approve this message.
He fights for the mountains, for life, and for our president. He's Congressman Hal Rogers. When the world seems shaky, you need steady, proven leadership that delivers. Relief for workers and small businesses, holding China accountable for what they did, getting our economy moving again, and fighting the opioid crisis. That's Congressman Hal Rogers. Pro-life, pro-Trump, and pro-Kentucky.
Times have changed. Now, and suddenly, more than ever. Our lobbies might be closed, but the Sagersville National Bank wants to remind our customers that we're still here, we're still working to provide our community with as many services as possible. During this time especially, we encourage all of our customers to take advantage of all the options we offer to manage your accounts from the convenience of your home. 24-hour internet banking and bill pay, 24-hour telephone banking, remote deposit, automatic loan payments, and wire transfers are also still available to our customers. And we're still here during our normal hours. Mondays through Fridays, the main drive-thru is open from 8 until 3, and the branch drive-thru is open from 8 until 5. And the branch drive-thru is also open on weekends, Saturdays 8 until noon, with ATMs available 24/7 at both locations. Your Sagersville Lee's Famous Recipe knows that we've still got a long way to go before we get through this pandemic, and that's why they're still offering their $5 off coupon, good on their 16-piece or 20-piece family meal deals. The coupon is in the Sagersville Independent, and they're giving you the Sagersville Independent to get the coupon at your Sagersville Lee's Famous Recipe. You get one with every purchase, so come by and get 16 pieces. Any way you like it, 2 pints of mashed potatoes with gravy, 2 pints of coleslaw and 8 biscuits, or 20 pieces of chicken, any way you like it, with 3 pints of mashed potatoes and gravy, 2 pints of coleslaw and 10 biscuits. Either one, $5 off with the coupon that they'll give you when you get there at your Sagersville Lee's. Getting the best deal on the best tires with the best service has never been easier. Just log on to conleytire.net, check out the latest rebates, sales, and promotions, pick out the tires you want, and email, call, or come by. For huge savings from the family who's been proudly serving the area for over 32 years. Conley Tire in Staffordsville, 297-2424. Come to Parkway Pharmacy in Sagersville and get your prescriptions filled, your over-the-counter medications, and immune system boosters, all from the safety and comfort of your own vehicle, either in their drive-thru or with their new curbside service. You can also call ahead or just download the MyGNP app, that's Good Neighbor Pharmacy, and refill and manage your prescriptions right from your device, helping you and yours stay healthy and safe. Parkway Pharmacy in Sagersville, 349-4400. As I said earlier, 1 week from today, the deadline to apply for a paper absentee, which is how most everyone is going to vote. Only a few will go and actually vote on the machine, which is currently set up in the courthouse, or by paper absentee at one precinct, which will be set up at the courthouse on Election Day. Here's some deadlines and some information that you'll need to know, and also a quick walkthrough on how you can go online very quickly and request your ballot. For a little more information and a visual to go along with it, here are some important dates and facts. Now, the deadline to apply for paper absentee, which is primarily how everyone is going to vote this primary, is 1 week from today. Next Monday is the deadline to register, or apply rather, for an absentee ballot. And you can do so a couple of very easy different ways. The easiest, in my opinion, is to log on to govoteky.com. I'll take you through that process in just a few seconds. You can also, of course, contact your local clerk's office here in McGoffin County, Renee Arnett Shepard's office at 349-6194. If you have any questions, they can help you as well if you don't have internet access or any issues with going to govoteky.com. Now, there is one voting machine, which is right now set up in the McGoffin County Courthouse. You can go vote prior to the election. It is by appointment only, and primarily there for anyone who will have trouble voting paper absentee or otherwise. You need to call the clerk's office to find out more and to set up a time if you need to go vote that way, and you have until the 22nd, which is the day before the election, that Monday. Now, if you do vote absentee, which most everyone will who does vote, we hope everyone does vote, those absentees have to be postmarked by Election Day, which is, of course, the 23rd. And also keep in mind that in addition to voting by appointment in the clerk's office prior to the election, absentee, which we've just covered, and we'll cover in a little more detail in just a few seconds, there will be one precinct open on Election Day that's countywide here in McGoffin County that will be at the McGoffin County Courthouse. That will, however, not be your standard voting precinct. One precinct for the whole county. That's for anyone who couldn't vote absentee, maybe missed the deadline, what have you. It will also be a paper absentee voting station. They'll have tents set up. They're going to have some other folks here to assist, and they'll have one precinct set up outside the McGoffin County Courthouse where they will essentially have a paper ballot precinct, and that will be the only place that you can go to and vote on Election Day. Now, real quickly, to take you over to govotekentucky.com, requesting a paper absentee is about as simple as you can get. govoteky.com gets you here. Scroll up the list. You can see a sample ballot, candidate filings, review your registration, check absentee ballot request status if you've already requested it, military overseas voters, a new update registration area, and absentee ballot request. Click there. Click next to indicate that you are indeed requesting a paper absentee ballot to be mailed to you, and that will take you to the next page where you confirm that you, yes, are applying to vote absentee as yourself. Click next, and then you enter your personal information, social security number, date of birth, Enter that, click next, and that's as far as I got because, well, we're going to put it on the screen, right? Nevertheless, it's a very simple process, another click or two from there, and you'll have, after you enter your address and make sure that all of your information is up to date and current, your paper absentee will be mailed to you, and then you'll have until the 23rd, Election Day, to get it postmarked to see that your vote counts. So far, about 500,000 of Kentucky's registered voters, I think that is 3.4 million voters, have registered. So right around 20% or so have just requested a ballot. So not looking good for turnout, and we're not surprised. We hope that will change in the next week. Here's saying happy birthday, a couple of big birthdays on tonight's McGoffin Farm Bureau community calendar. Yeah, a couple of birthdays tonight, a couple of big birthdays tonight. Some just carry a little more weight and age than others. Austin Reisner's, for example, is his sweet 16th birthday. And from your mama and papa, aunts, uncles, cousins, family, friends, the list goes on and on, Austin. Happy 16th birthday to you. Happy 16th birthday to Austin Reisner. And another big birthday tonight for a very important lady around here and to a lot of folks in the area as well. Victoria Davis, it was phoned in, well, from Angelica and your mom and sisters and brothers, and, the list goes on and on and on. And from the Mortimer family and from everyone at the Sayersville East Famous Recipe. Again, the list goes on and on. Happy 50th birthday tonight to our own Victoria Davis. Happy birthday to you. And that's it for another relatively brief community calendar. Just to say, this is how you get announcements like these on the show when you have one. Going further, however, we have a reminder tonight as we turn to our obituaries brought to you nightly by the McGoffin County Funeral Home. Our calendar brought to you by McGoffin Farm Bureau. But a reminder that services will be held this Thursday evening, visitation, for local dentist and friend, Dr. Howard Lyndon Higgins, 71, of Lexington, formerly of Paintsville, formerly of McGoffin County as well. Howard passed away on Sunday. His dentist career lasting well more than 40 years just here in McGoffin County. Howard is survived by his daughter Ann of Charlotte, North Carolina, and visitation will be held in his honor this Thursday evening from 5 till 7 at the Preston Funeral Home. At the request of the family, a memorial service is to be held at a later date in his honor. There is never a good time for a breakdown. They will happen, and your car at some point is going to need some repairs and maintenance. And Black Smoke Performance is open and here with professional, fast, safe service. And just in time for warm weather, they now have certified full air conditioning, diagnostics, and repair to keep you cool in whatever you drive. Black Smoke Performance, 349-8785. All Pro understands that we are all just trying to make it through these most difficult of times, and they want you to know that they're here to help with any repairs or projects that you need done. Big or small, doesn't matter. They've got 0% financing for 18 months and long-term financing if you need it. If you need anything from a new gutter to a new house or a new garage, call All Pro Gutter Works and Construction, 349-9999. The seasonal shop is open, and they're still doing curbside pickup, so you can call and place orders, and they'll still bring them out to you. And inside, you'll find all new merchandise throughout the entire store, all new spring and summer women's clothing from Charlie Page and Mud Pie, accessories, jewelry, shoes, and bags too, casual outfits for everyday or special occasion outfits and dresses. And if you've been home a lot and really want to freshen up your decor, they have so much to choose from, and they're happy to give you any fresh ideas that you might need. And just in, a large selection of Simply Southern and Candleberry at Fraser's Prater Drugs seasonal shop in downtown Sayersville. Car accidents don't stop. Accidents at work don't stop. Disability and SSI cases don't stop. Your legal needs and concerns don't stop for the coronavirus, and neither does McFarland and Tinker. They are open, able to schedule appointments per CDC guidelines, and always available for telephone and video conferences. Please, be safe, be smart, stay home, and don't let your legal needs fall victim to the pandemic. Call McFarland and Tinker and let them take care of them for you.
Appalachian Wireless, this is Bobby. How may I help you?
I'm visiting my sister in Lomansville this weekend. Will I have service?
Of course. We have several towers in Lawrence County.
Appalachian Wireless, this is Megan.
Where's my nearest store? I'm in Bright Shade.
That would be our store in Manchester. Would you like the address?
I just moved to Pineville. I'm sure you don't know where that is. Will I still have service?
Yes, ma'am. That's down in southeastern Kentucky. We do service your area.
When you call us, it's as easy as calling your friend or neighbor because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
On the coronavirus front, a couple of significant findings. First, the World Health Organization says today that patients without symptoms, asymptomatic, are not increasing the spread of the virus as much as they once were believed to be. Researchers saying that the disease could be difficult to contain due to asymptomatic infections are now seeing information that's not necessarily accurate. Preliminary evidence from the earliest onset of the pandemic indicated that the coronavirus could spread from person-to-person contact, even if the carrier was asymptomatic and didn't have any symptoms. But the World Health Organization now says that while asymptomatic spread can occur, it's not the primary means of transmittal. The data they have says that it seems to be rare that an asymptomatic person is the one who transmits the disease or the virus rather, to another individual. They say that the government responses now should focus on detecting and isolating infected people with symptoms and tracking anyone who might have come into contact with them. But more research, they also say, is needed at this time. And a few weeks ago, a study by the University of Kentucky, or at least a few faculty members there, indicated that had we not been doing all of this social distancing, we may have seen as many as 35 million infected in the United States. Well, now, in the science journal Nature, there's been a study that says that number might have been as high as 60 million infections in the United States alone, had we not taken the measures that we have as a state and as a nation. They say they determined that there could have been more than 500 million cases of the virus in 6 countries alone without lockdown measures in place through early April. Authors say that they could not think of any human endeavor that has saved as many lives in that short of a time span as what we have seen. As of today, over 7 million people around the world have contracted COVID-19, 400,000 have died, 2 million people nearly in the states of the United States have been infected, and about 111,000 have died. Here in Sagersville, Mayor Pete Shepard says 651 people have been tested. There are 6 pending results. That means that we still have only 2 positive cases, as we've had now for days, and 643 negative cases. Here's the governor with today's update.
All right, today's numbers, again, show the virus is still out there. They are above yesterday's number, but below what we've seen a couple days before that. So today we're reporting 245 new cases of COVID-19. 91 of them are in Jefferson County. Again, we're seeing a significant percentage of our cases, ranging from really 20 to 60 on any given day, all coming from Jefferson County. So there's 91 new cases there. There's 29 new cases in Warren County, which continues to have significant positives. 18 in Fayette, which are seeing their rates go up. Now, when you are healthy at work, we're going to see rates go up at least some. They've also had testing there, like Louisville has had, at one of the highest levels in the state. Shelby County, 14. Allen County, 11. Madison County, 10. Woodford, 7. Boone, 5. Christian and Logan, 4. And then 3 in Bourbon, Bullitt, Franklin, Gallatin, Lincoln, and Rowan. 2 in Adair, Edmondson, Hardin, Pike, Russell, Simpson, and 1 in Barron, Bell, Boyd, Butler, Callaway, Carroll, Clark, Fulton, Garrett, Graves, Jessamine, Kenton, Marion, McCracken, Morgan, Newlenberg, Owen, Powell, Taylor, Trigg, and Whitley.
You'll note that the governor did refer to another case reported in neighboring Morgan County. He also spoke of the state continuing to see a positivity rate that suggests we can still continue to open safely, saying that there will be announcements soon about industries with current capacity limitations at 33% to be able to go to 50% very soon. Now let's take a look at what could be a stormy day tomorrow on your Licking Valley RACC Outlook. Yes, a cold front comes and it gives us a change in the weather, and a little bit of what's left from tropical storm, whatever its name is. It's going to give us some showers over the course of your Wednesday. Tonight's low around 70 degrees, mostly cloudy skies, a southwesterly wind 5 to 8. So warm, certainly end to your Tuesday with more clouds than not. We've seen some blue skies out there, but filled with clouds throughout much of the day, and that'll be the trend for the rest of your evening. But for tomorrow, scattered showers and thunderstorms. Now keep in mind, some of these storms could be on the strong, approaching the severe side for some parts of Kentucky. We'll have to keep an eye on it right now. I think the window's going to be after 4 o'clock or so tomorrow evening, and so does the National Weather Service. So in the afternoon especially, keep your eyes in the sky. Temperatures tomorrow still flirting with 90, and man, was it a hot one today. It's going to be almost as hot, but not as quiet tomorrow, around 89, with a southwesterly wind 7 to 13, maybe on average, maybe 17 miles per hour at times, unless you get in under one of those thunderstorms that could develop as a part of this cold front rolling through. We're talking about rainfall amounts of less than 1/10 of an inch, except underneath a thunderstorm. As for the rest of your Wednesday, showers and thunderstorms possible for the remainder of it. It's mainly up until about 8 or 9, I think, and then some lingering showers thereafter. Winds, I think, will still be hanging around anywhere from 7 to 16 miles per hour. And, of course, thunderstorms still possible for the rest of your Wednesday evening, at least early evening. But they're gone by Thursday. Partly sunny, 78, mostly clear that night, and 53. Definitely cooler. Friday, sunny and 81. Nighttime lows, 54, mostly clear. Beautiful. Saturday, sunny and 77. Mostly clear that night and 50. Beautiful. Sunday, sunny and 75. Mostly clear that night and 53. Beautiful. Monday, not so bad either, and Tuesday as well. We'll see some sunny skies getting back to the upper 70s. A slight chance of showers to the tune of 20% Monday and Tuesday, but really a beautiful forecast ahead after, well, it could be a bumpy Wednesday tomorrow. Keep your eye on it. It's going to wrap it up for tonight. An update on those human remains found in the White House area of Johnson County, and more to come tomorrow when I see you next time. Enjoy the rest of this muggy Tuesday evening, and good night.